And you want to go lay up with that dirty butt? Look, don't you ever forget I'm the mother prize, mother. And get your toenails done, dirty dog. Let me stop. Let's keep it going.
Some people are masters at giving themselves pep talks. They will say whatever they need to say to maintain the image of someone who has it all together. Some people are masters at giving themselves pep talks. They will say whatever they need to say to maintain the image of someone who has it all together. But actions do not lie. And when the actions contradict the words, the actions win every time. Because here is the reality of the situation. This is a married woman who became baby mama number 6 to a man who is simultaneously involved with multiple women, not committed to any of them, and who just had his 4th child within the span of a year. And yet, she is the one chasing him. She is the one reportedly spending her own money to be in his orbit, rearranging her schedule to be around him and his family on Mother's Day weekend, without her own kids present. That alone tells you everything about the dynamic and who actually holds the power in this situation. She is not the prize here. She is competing for attention in a lineup that apparently has no shortage of participants. No amount of stage affirmations changes what the behavior is showing. The way she moves makes it clear who she is trying to impress and who is actually calling the shots, and it is not her. Stefon has an entire operation running. Baby mamas, close friends, associates, everyone in the rotation, everyone playing a role. But the one who arguably has the most to lose in all of this is Cardi B. She entered this situation as a married woman and positioned herself as a concubine. She went from being someone's wife to competing for a spot with a man who has no interest in being tied to just one person. That is not a glow-up. That is a significant step down. Earlier this year, reports surfaced that Cardi spent upwards of $2 million on the Super Bowl, and by most accounts, she did not even enjoy it. Tensions between her and Stefon were reportedly running high at the game, with several of his other women also in attendance, including one of the other baby mamas, the same one who had Stefon's son just weeks before Cardi gave birth, a detail that certain people in their circle conveniently tried to erase so they could push the narrative that Cardi was giving him his first son. That was not true. Someone else had already delivered that title before her. And while the whole competition over birth order is its own kind of absurd, the attempt to rewrite the timeline to make Cardi feel like she held a special place in a situation where she was never actually the priority speaks volumes. By Super Bowl weekend, the whole arrangement had started cracking publicly. They split, tensions spilled over, and Cardi went straight into tour mode, using her performances as a platform for what amounted to public therapy sessions, ranting between songs, delivering affirmations about her worth, performing like a woman scorned, while certain sections of her fan base absorbed every word like gospel. Because that kind of energy always finds an audience, misery gravitates toward company. But here is what nobody should be allowed to skip over. While she was up on that stage talking about her value and her standards, she was doing so as a woman who chose to become baby mama number 6 to a man with no commitment to her, while still legally married to someone else. She was somebody's wife on paper, lying in a hospital bed delivering another man's baby, while reportedly that same man got upset and left because he could not sign the birth certificate. The reason he could not sign it is that Cardi B is still legally married to Offset. And people keep tiptoeing around that because of who she is, but the timeline does not care about celebrity. It is what it is, and what it is messy.
So Cardi leaned into this whole narrative of suffering for love. Every performance became another emotional unraveling, every rant another bid for sympathy. As though she stumbled into this situation blindfolded rather than walking in with full awareness of exactly what she was signing up for. Nobody recruited her into this. She made those choices herself, fully conscious of who this man is and how he operates. But then, right on schedule, the reconciliation breadcrumbs started dropping. Slowly at first. After one of her shows that Stefon attended, the two of them left together. Then, about a month later, conveniently timed right after Stefon's trial connected to the BBQ shove incident, they resurfaced publicly at a Mother's Day event he hosted. And to be clear, that event appeared to be a celebration for his mother, not for the multiple women he has made mothers over the years. The only way Cardi seemed to earn any visible acknowledgement was by showing up, worshiping his mother alongside him, and arriving with an expensive designer gift in hand. She walked in seemingly believing things were back on track, reportedly attempting to hold his hand, only for him to pull away as they entered together. The awkwardness was visible, but she pushed through it anyway, smiling wide, hugging everyone around her, working hard to project a "we are back together" image for anyone watching. The designer purse, the warm greetings, the public display, and somehow all of those details found their way to the blogs almost immediately afterward. People magazine was fed insider information claiming Stefon had done what was necessary to reconcile with Cardi. More damage control, more narrative management. But apparently it was enough to get her back standing beside him in public. And then, just days after that carefully staged Mother's Day reunion, they were caught in Maryland, arguing publicly. Her children were back home with the nannies, while she was out in the streets having a visible dispute with him. To be more precise, Cardi was the one doing the arguing. Stefon was largely standing there, composed, letting her go off. And that composure was not accidental. He knows exactly what is at stake right now. He is actively trying to get signed by another NFL team, and he cannot afford a single bad headline involving a woman after barely clearing assault allegations that nearly ended his career entirely. The league is watching. One viral clip showing aggression, and it could genuinely be over for him. Teams do not take on that kind of baggage willingly. For Cardi, the public fallout barely registers. Her audience has proven it will forgive almost anything. But for Stefon, being consistently entangled in this kind of public chaos while trying to rebuild his professional reputation is a real problem. Every blog headline, every argument caught on camera, every dramatic public moment is working against him. Instead of staying focused, training, rebuilding his image quietly and professionally, he keeps getting pulled back into the noise. The bottom line is that both of them thrive in chaos. This whole situation is loud, unstable, and exhausting to watch from the outside. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear what you think about all of this. Thank you to everyone supporting this channel. The PayPal link is below if you want to show additional support. If you want honest, balanced perspective on situations like this, make sure you subscribe, like, and share.